welcome to the deep dive. Today we're exploring something pretty unexpected, how your unused rooftop could actually become valuable real estate, like earning you income, literally from the sky. So imagine this. You're sipping coffee on your rooftop, maybe, and suddenly you're part of this critical urban logistics network. That's kind of our mission today, to unpack this surprising world of rooftop monetization for, well, urban airspace.
Yeah, and what's fascinating really is how innovation is stepping up to meet a growing urban challenge. Drone logistics, it's exploding. Think Amazon Prime Air, urgent medical supplies, food drop-offs.
All that instant delivery stuff.
Exactly. But there's a huge snag. Our cities are dense, and they're just running out of practical safe spots for these drones to land.
Okay, so not enough landing zones.
Precisely. And that gap, that's exactly where this opportunity for property owners really emerges.
So, okay, what does this actually mean for you listening right now? If you own a building, maybe even manage one, with a rooftop that's accessible, you could be sitting on an asset you haven't even thought about.
Companies, tech startups especially, they're actively looking. They need these rooftops for drone ports.
And they're paying for it.
Oh, yeah. Often offering pretty significant monthly payments.
Okay.
And it's not just a flat fee either. That's what's really dynamic here. You've got different income models. Some platforms let you lease your rooftop space, like by the hour.
By the hour. Wow.
Yeah, especially in those really dense urban cores where demand for quick deliveries is, intense. But it could also be tiered pricing, maybe based on package weight, or priority fees for urgent stuff.
Like medical deliveries.
Right. Or even revenue sharing tied directly to how many deliveries launch from your specific rooftop. It opens up these whole new microeconomic things for property owners.
That flexibility, that sounds incredibly appealing. But you mentioned it goes beyond just cash, right? I think I heard about other kinds of offers.
Absolutely. The value exchange gets broader. It's not just money. We're seeing companies offer things like free high-speed internet as part of the deal.
Nice perk.
Or they'll install the specialized drone landing gear, which can be pretty advanced tech, actually. Sometimes they even fund building maintenance, like significant roof repairs, just in exchange for that access.
So it could actually save you money on upkeep, too.
Yeah, it's more of a holistic value proposition. It can really cut down operational costs.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, you mentioned strategic location earlier, probably for those high-value operations like hospitals nearby. But what about the smaller rooftops? Or ones not right next to a medical center or downtown? Is there still value there?
That's a really good question, because it's not only about being next door to a hospital. Sure, being close to a major medical corridor or right in a busy delivery zone, that definitely bumps up the immediate value.
Right, prime location.
But even rooftops a bit further out can be crucial. Think about network density. They can act as vital stepping stones for drones to cover wider areas efficiently, or maybe just charging stations.
Okay, so like nodes in a network.
Exactly. So yeah, even if your roof isn't technically prime, it could still be a really valuable piece of that bigger logistics puzzle.
Now, I bet a lot of you are thinking, hang on, is this even legal? Who regulates all this? That's a critical question.
It is, and the source material points out the legal side is, well, it's evolving fast. Cities like Los Angeles, Seoul, Dubai, they're actually kind of leading the charge here. They're setting up specific rooftop drone zones, areas explicitly designated, permitted for drone takeoffs and landings. And some are even pioneering things called air rights marketplaces.
Air rights marketplaces. What does that even mean?
Well, think of it like digital real estate listings, but for the sky above your property. In places like Seoul, they're developing these platforms where owners can formally list and lease their vertical air rights. It's becoming, quote, formalized.
Wow. Okay, and what about here, say, in the U.S.?
Well, the FAA is still working on comprehensive federal rules for drone airspace. It's complex. But in the meantime, a lot of the initial agreements are being structured more like private property leases.
Or for a cell tower or something.
Kind of, yeah. Focusing on the ground level infrastructure, the access. It allows people to start figuring this out, start profiting, even before all big federal rules are completely locked down. It's paving the way.
Okay, so bottom line, if your rooftop checks a few basic boxes, it's flat, has decent space, clear of major obstructions, no big flight path issues, you could literally be sitting on, a landing pad of income. It's really an unprecedented chance for pioneers to earn from, thin air.
Yeah.
Quite different from just running out of spare room, wouldn't you say?
Completely different. And it makes you think, doesn't it? It raises this important question for you, for everyone listening. As our cities get denser and technology keeps marching on, what other unexpected spaces, what seemingly overlooked corners of our urban environment might become the next frontier for totally new economic opportunities, something to mull over?